Hello everyone and welcome to Lovella's Coloring. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I am going to be sharing with you my coloring book haul, and some are Christmas gifts and happy mail that I received. It has been a long while since I've done this kind of video, so I do have a lot of books to share with you. This is just some of them right here. So these are books that I've purchased from November of last year to this month of March. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of books to share, and I am thinking that this is going to be a pretty long video. So grab a drink and snack or color while watching, and most of all, please enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and clear off my desk and we will get started. I will see you in a few seconds. I'm going to start off with this lovely book here that was a Christmas gift from my lovely sister, Melanie. This is the Harry Potter Watercolor Magic Flora and Fauna coloring book. This is illustrated by this artist right here. I cannot pronounce her name, so I'm just going to put her name up on the screen. She did the illustrations in this book. So this one is the second book from the Watercolor Magic for the Harry Potter series. Here's how the first book looks like. So this one has more like objects from the Harry Potter movie. It is a little bit thicker than the newer book. I think it's because there's a lot more instructions in here. So these Watercolor Magic book comes with all of the instructions in the beginning. You have your watercolor chart, supply list, some tips on watercolor, and then your instructions, and it also tells you what the difficulty is for each of the projects. There are 32 projects in this book, which is the same amount as in the first book. So again, all of the instructions in the beginning, and then in the back on watercolor paper you have the illustration. So these you can tear out. I believe it's glue bound, so you don't have to keep going back and forth to try to watercolor the page. You can just take it out, have the book in front of you open as you do these projects. So yeah, lots of the different creatures and plants from the Harry Potter movie. Oh yeah, wonderful book. Thank you, Melanie. This is the Harry Potter Watercolor Magic Flora and Fauna watercolor book. So next I have 5 wonderful books that were a gift from the very lovely Amanda, who we know as Downy Amanda on Instagram. She is also my co-host for our color along called Christmas Cheer 2022, just this past December. And yeah, she sent me these 5 beautiful books for Christmas. So thank you so much, Amanda. I'm going to start off and share the top book right here. This one is called Between Angels and Colors. This is illustrated by Angela Gonzalez, and unlike most books, this book does not open side to side. This is opened by flipping it up, and I believe all of her books are in this format. So yeah, this is an Amazon printed coloring book. It is single-sided, and I believe there are no doubles in this book. And what I like about it is that you have some pages that are for each of the seasons. So there's some Christmas pages, summer, fall. I guess you can just color it all year round. So lots of illustrations to color in this book. There are some pages that have like quotes, little sayings, and very sweet, like this one right here. A very cute book. lots of wonderful pages to color. So this book is actually smaller. This one, I believe, is 8.5 by 8.5. So a regular size book is 8.5 by 11. So this one is 8.5 by 8.5. So yeah, so this one is Between Angels and Colors by Angela Gonzalez. Next, I have Yam Puff's Chibi Tarot, a kawaii coloring book featuring major arcana, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, tarot cards as chibis, and you can immediately see that it is different from your regular 8.5 by 11, slightly taller and thinner. And I believe it's because this is supposed to represent the tarot cards, so the illustrations look like huge cards. You can find this book as a PDF at Yam Puff's Etsy store. So this is printed on Amazon paper. It is single-sided, and the description of the image is in the back. So here's the description for the hermit, and here's the illustration in the front. Yeah, very, very beautiful work from Yam Puff. Really love the way she draws. And then there's some extra in the back. So this is Yam Puff's Chibi Tarot coloring book. And here is the Whimsical World number 5 coloring book with fairies, mermaids, witches, angels, animals, and more. It is by Molly Harrison. So this has 25 pages to color, so no doubles. It is a pretty thin book, but beautiful illustrations. So cute. So here is all of the illustrations that you will find in this book. So you have some that are regular lines and then kind of like grade fine lines. I like this one, very pretty. So single-sided, Amazon printed coloring book. Oh, this one's gonna be cute for Easter. Should tag that one. So this one is Whimsical World number 5 coloring book by Molly Harrison. The next book from Amanda is Beautiful Portraits Realistic Adult Coloring Book. This comes with a matte cover. Here are some of the illustrations in this book. It is by Cindy Alsharoni or Sela Works. And yeah, this is an Amazon printed coloring book. The portraits or the main image is in grayscale, and then anything outside of it is usually, it looks like it was just line art, like this one over here, the butterflies or moths. Yeah, gorgeous grayscale images. Like this. Love it. So this is the Beautiful Portraits Realistic Adult Coloring Book by Cindy Alsharoni. And the last book that Amanda gifted me is Herb Leonard's Dragon Nouveau coloring book. This one, unlike the other ones that I showed, is not Amazon printed. This is by Herb Leonard. The paper is slightly better than the Amazon printed paper. And I do have Herb Leonard's other coloring books, and they are double-sided, so I'm happy that he changed it and is now selling his books with his illustrations only in one side. And they are such beautiful and fantastic looking illustrations. Oh, I like this one. Very beautiful. So this is Herb Leonard's Dragon Nouveau coloring book. And again, thank you so much for your wonderful gifts, Amanda. Next, I have The Creative Haven, Wonders of Nature, Color by Number, illustrated by George Tufexis. This book was a Happy Meal gift that I received recently from the beautiful T of T's World of Adult Coloring. So thank you so much, T. Really love this book. I love George Tufexis. His book I pretty much collect. So yeah, very beautiful because I love how vibrant the colors come out after coloring one of his pages. I love to use alcohol markers. And yeah, so this one comes with 46 illustrations. Here's the under the sea kind of scene, a tropical scene, mountain scene. Yeah. So yeah, can't wait to get in here. This one is The Creative Haven, Wonders of Nature, Color by Number, coloring book by George Tufexis. And again, thank you so much, T. And here I have A Sweet Critter's World grayscale coloring book by Evelyn van Coetzem. And she sent this to me to review on my channel. So I am halfway done. I do have a flip through of this book, but I plan to also record a speed coloring of one of her illustrations in here. So please look out for that video. I'm hoping to have that done sometime this weekend. Working on it after completing this video. So yeah, thank you so much, Evelyn, for sending me this book. This is her second book. She has her first book, which I believe right here, Rose and Her Friends, and I did do a review of this book if you want to check that one out. And it looks like she's going to have volume 2 out soon. So this is an Amazon printed coloring book with matte cover, and this paper is different. There's like a slight slight texture. It's not as smooth as how it feels in the back. You can see how shiny it is. Not the same as on this side. So yeah, she put a lot of thought into her book. And this one is different from her first book where she has line art and then the main animal is in grayscale. And so, or insect is in grayscale. Very, very different from her first one, but I'm excited to try and color one of the pages in here. In the beginning here, she has some colored versions of her illustrations. So cute. I like this one. This one's pretty too. Yeah, beautiful colorings and examples for you to use as inspiration. So again, this is A Sweet Critter's World by Evelyn van Coetzem. And here I have 4 Daiso coloring books. I actually picked this up in November during the Thanksgiving week when we picked up our daughter from her apartment in Seattle. On the way home, we stopped by Daiso and to go shopping at Seafood City. But anyways, while at Daiso, I picked up a whole bunch of stuff to use as like stocking stuffers for my kids and for my nieces and nephews. So I also picked these up, and then I had them in a bag kind of like stored where all I was hiding my Christmas gifts, and I forgot about them until I opened that bag up like not till close to Christmas. So I made sure to put this aside so I can share it with you. So I'm going to start off with this one on top. This one here is a color by number book. They call it the Pleasant Puzzle Book. It has, I guess, 45, no, not 45, it'd be like 22 pages of illustrations. So here is what illustrations you'll get in here, but one-sided. Very cute book, and it's smaller size too. So this is the Pleasant Puzzle coloring book. And then here I have the beautiful landscape of Japan and the world. And in these books, it gives you instructions. They're all in Japanese, but I would just look at the pictures if I want to really look at it. It also recommends watercolor pens, so you can use watercolor on these coloring books. Here are some examples of the colored version of the illustration that you'll find in here. So these are all horizontal. It comes with the dotted line so you can cut it out, and it is single-sided. I'm not sure how the paper is going to work with watercolor, if I'm going to need to put some kind of like gesso or satin glaze on it, but yeah, I haven't worked in here yet. So lots of landscape, and here they have the colored version. Sorry for the glare, but yeah, so you can use it as reference. And so this is the beautiful landscape of Japan and the world. And the next Daiso book is called Colorful Flowers and Fruits, and this is 200 yen. So I think when I purchased it at Daiso, it came out to like 250 for each book, and there are 12 illustrations in each. I don't think I said it on here, but yeah, 12 illustrations to color. So this one, Colorful Flowers and Fruits. Again, instructions in the beginning, some of the colored versions in the front, and I think this is perforated. Yeah, I thought it was just dotted lines, but it is perforated, so you can rip it out to watercolor or use your pencils. It does say who the illustrator is in the back of the page. Here's some flowers, berries, grapes, like oranges, and then more colored versions in the back. And this is, again, Colorful Flowers and Fruits. And then the last Daiso book is called Flowers of the Four Seasons. And this one also with 12 illustrations, same instructions in the beginning, colored version, nice bouquet of flowers. So this would be great to practice watercolors or pencils. The paper feels really nice, nice medium weight paper. And then the colored versions, more colored versions. So yeah, so that is all of the Daiso books. And next, I'm going to share with you the Coloring Heaven magazines that I received from my subscription, starting off with the manga fantasy special. I always forget if it's manga or manga. I'm probably saying it wrong. I don't know, sorry. But these are illustrations from Sonia Leong. They are Japanese comic style designs, and there are 40 illustrations here. Very cute. I like the chibi looking ones. This one looks like Alice in Wonderland one. Very beautiful. So this one is the Coloring Heaven manga fantasy special by Sonia Leong. And the next Coloring Heaven is Steampunk Animals special. This has 10 new and exclusive illustrations. There are several illustrators. We have Christine Karen, Cindy El Sharoni, Jennifer Zimmerman, as well as Coco Wayo, Sam Deacon, and Fabiana Traer. So yeah, lots of illustrators in here. This is by Fabiana Traer. I didn't know she created this kind of illustrations, which is awesome. Christine Karen, Sam Deacon, Coco Wayo, this is by Cindy El Sharoni. I just showed her other book, The Beautiful Portraits, earlier, and this is Jennifer Zimmerman's illustration. Beautiful. So this one is Steampunk Animal Special by several illustrators. And the next one by Coloring Heaven is Little Cutie Special. This has illustrations by Daria Kursoi, and there are 40 illustrations in here. This one has the line art and the grayscale. I love her work. They are so cute. Very beautiful work from Daria Kursoi. And again, this is Little Cuties Special. And the last Coloring Heaven magazine here is from their collection series. This is the Strawberry Shortcake issue, and I actually purchased this from Barnes and Nobles. I don't go there that much, but when I do, I always check the magazine section. So this one has 48 designs. It's the old school Strawberry Shortcake. This one comes with line art and grayscale. This one's called Let It Snow. I like that it has a title for each of the illustrations. Very, very cute. Huckleberry Pie. Yeah, so happy I got this. So this one is grayscale. You can kind of see the image in the back, which is from this page. But yeah, very, very cute. So again, this is the Coloring Heaven collection magazine of Strawberry Shortcake. And while at Barnes & Nobles, I also picked up 2 more books from there, and they were from the sales section of their store. And I picked up first the Mystic Animals. This is by Stratton Peterson, and you can see I got it for $8. That was the sale price. A very pretty book. I love the cover, and here you can see. Very beautiful book just from the cover. So this one comes with the illustration on one side and a description of the opposite side on the left. So cute. And I've seen this book on like Book Depository and also Amazon, and I wasn't sure if I should pick it up because it was a lot more. It was like, I don't know, $13 $14. But when I saw this for $8, and I also get a discount at Barnes and Nobles, I was like, I should just go ahead and pick it up. So yeah, very, very beautiful book. So this one is Mystic Animals by Stratton Peterson. And the other book that I found in the sales section of Barnes & Nobles is The Beautiful Nature Coloring Book, which was also $8. And this one has the list of plates here in the beginning. There are going to be 97 illustrations in here. And this is the main reason why I got it. It's because it has a colored version. Then you also have the illustration. So all of these plates are from different people. So you have it from like, who is this? Oh, Pierre Joseph Rideau, Sir William Jardine. For all of the fish and butterflies. Birds are from John James Audubon. and some other birds from Europe, H.E. Dresser. So it's their works that are on the plate, and then the illustration beside it for us to color. And then also this one has like the name in Latin on the colored version, and then on the illustration side it's their English name. And yeah, so I wanted to get the colored version. I wanted to get this book because it has the colored version, and I can use it as inspiration for other coloring books, and then also to color in here to practice, especially the fish, because whenever I think fish, I always think silverfish, and with birds, I'm always like bluebirds. So this one, I like the color of this fish. So yeah, it's a great price for 97 illustrations. So I went ahead and picked this one up. So this is the Beautiful Nature Coloring Book. Again, purchased this at Barnes & Nobles. Next, I'm going to share the books that I've purchased through Amazon. So I'm going to start off with The Magic Garden. This is by Coco Wayo. I'm trying to limit myself on Coco Wayo books. There's so many cute ones and stuff. So yeah, I'm just trying to be a little more selective. So I just picked up this one, which is amazing because they have so many cute books. But I decided to pick this one up because I just thought it was so pretty, and I really love the theme of this one. And it doesn't just have the girl, it also has fairies, little gnomes, little animals dressed up as people. And I like that I received a copy that has very nice print. So this one is like black background. There's no lines. It doesn't look like faded gray. So I don't have to color over it with black markers. So yeah, very, very happy with this printing of a Coco Wayo book. But yeah, super, super cute. Really like this one. And yeah, look at this. Very cute. So this is The Magic Garden by Coco Wayo. So these two books are by Evelyn Bayema. This is Dreaming of Muka, and this is Follow Me to the Bottom of the Sea. I believe I first saw this book on someone's coloring book haul. I cannot remember exactly who shared it, so I don't want to just name someone just in case it's the wrong person. So if you shared it, thank you so much. But I think I purchased this in January, and at the time, that was when that big boom of like AI generated coloring books were popping up here and there. So I believe these two are AI generated illustrations. But before purchasing her book, I did look up Bethelyn, and she does have an Instagram account, so she seemed legit as an artist and stuff. So maybe she used both, you know, like drawings and her own drawings and then AI to create them. But yeah, so I went ahead and picked up these two books. I don't know if I'm going to be picking up any more AI books. It's kind of hard to tell at first, like which one is and which one isn't. But I think I heard someone say, just look at their hands and you'll notice that it's like wrong, and you'll know that it's AI generated. So like this one, the first page, she has 6 fingers, but the rest of it looks pretty. I like how there's bold lines, but then there's really thin lines here, but still looks so pretty. And there's a lot of pages in here to color. They are single-sided, and it is on Amazon printed paper. And I just remember looking through this book, and I'm all like, they all kind of almost look alike. Like some of the poses will look familiar, but like the frame and everything else is different, but it still looks pretty. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like that or it's faded in the bottom. I don't think it is. But yeah, this is the Dreaming of Muka. And here is Follow Me to the Bottom of the Sea, which is her mermaid book. So this one also is framed. Same thing, like fingers kind of like goes here. I don't know where it's going. It looks weird. I probably can just draw it in and make fingers for her. Like this one is super long, but this one isn't. So yeah, so this is Follow Me to the Bottom of the Sea. Again, both of these are by Evelyn van Coetzem. Here I have the newest book by Morgan O'Brien from his Matchstick Mouse series. This is called A Springtime Coloring Book. And yes, super, super cute like his other books. I already completed a page in here. And yeah, very cute book. Gotta do this one for Easter. I think there are several other Easter pages too. I think this is a bear. I think. Or it could be a dog. But yeah, very beautiful book from Morgan O'Brien, his Matchstick Mouse, A Springtime Coloring Book. My next book is Tiny Worlds, an artist's coloring book of mesmerizing miniatures and uncanny universes. It's illustrated by Matt Edwards, and this is a super thick book. I believe 9x9 sized coloring book, and they are all single-sided. Very, very detailed. Look at that. And each of the illustrations has a title. Plus, it is also perforated, so you can just rip it out if you don't like coloring in the book, or especially if the book keeps bending. Look at all that detail. This is one you'd have to like take your time and have fun and color. Very beautiful book. I already have a page here to color as a buddy color with tea. But yeah, very, very beautiful book. This is Tiny Worlds by Matt Edwards. And here we have Belle Jardine, Color the Garden of Your Dreams, hand-drawn by Peggy Jo Ackley. And this is the same size book as the Tiny World, 9x9, only this one has glossy cover. This one's also thick, lots of pages to color in this book. Has very nice cardstock pages, and I've been wanting to get this book for a long time. So yeah, this was published in 2016, so I've known about this book for a while. I'm just finally getting it, but very, very beautiful. I'm glad I finally picked it up. This is also perforated, so you can take out the pages, but unlike the Tiny Worlds, this is double-sided. So for me, I don't think I'd be ripping it out unless if I'm giving the page as a gift. But yeah, lots of beautiful pages to color. Again, nice paper, thick cardstock. Very beautiful. So this is Belle Jardine, Color the Garden of Your Dreams by Peggy Jo Ackley. The next book is Mythographic, Color and Discover, Dream Weaver. This has illustrations by Alessandra Fusi, And I got this when there was like the buy one get one 50% off on Amazon. So this one I think I got as a whole price, and then the other book I'm going to share was 50% off. But this one doesn't have the hidden objects, so I was just going to slowly pick up mythographic books now, since I'm like very slow at coloring in these books because of how intricate they are. But I know, even though it's so fine, I really love her work, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up. So this one too, nice cardstock. It's also perforated, and they are single-sided illustrations. So this one's very beautiful. I like that one. Look at this, she's wearing a headphone. What is that? Pomegranate almost looking. So yeah, very, very beautiful book. Her work is a lot more fine lines, I notice, but still gorgeous. So this is Mythographic Dreamweaver by Alessandra Fugusi. So this is the book that I purchased with the Mythographic Dreamweaver for the buy one get one 50% off. This is the official Life is Strange coloring book, and the illustrator, I don't know if it says it in here, art by Claudia Leonardi and Yolanda Zanfardino. So this is based on, the illustrations are from the comic book series, but it is based on the iconic and critically acclaimed video games Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm. So I've never played those games. I haven't read the comic book, but I like the illustrations. So I thought since there was that sale of buy one get one half off, I would go ahead and pick this up. This has like medium weight paper. It is double-sided illustrations. And I don't know what's going on, but I do love some of these illustrations, like these two I really like. Playing water guns. Yeah, I should probably look it up, what it's about. But yeah, I really like the illustrations. This is nice. I like that. And all the butterflies. There is one here with, oh, this one. I really like this one. Thought it was cool. And this one's very nice. I don't know what's happening again. So, and this is the official Life is Strange coloring book. Next is a French coloring book from Art Therapy, Le Petit Carré, and I will not pronounce this correct, but it is translated to hairballs. Yeah, hairballs, and it is illustrated by Diane Dufour. And I've been seeing beautiful colorings from this book from the past few months, and I finally went ahead and picked it up. It was available at Amazon.com, so I just went ahead and picked it up there. But I think it went through to Amazon UK, so it came from there to here. So it did take a little bit to arrive. But yeah, it's a double-sided, small-sized coloring book. Nice cardstock paper. Lots of very cute illustrations of pets, animals. Super, super cute. So this is Art Therapy, Hairballs by Diane Dufour. So we are coming up to my more recent books that arrived. I believe they are all pre-ordered. So we're starting with Kawaii Tarot coloring book. This is by Lulu Mayo, and this book from Lulu is a different size from her regular books that she comes out in her series. But because this is a tarot coloring book, it has more illustrations, but it's still the setup of this book is still different. So because it's the tarot cards, the major, I always feel like I'm saying this wrong, arcana, the illustrations from there are one-sided. Super cute there. And then for the minor, they are smaller size. So some are this size, and as for the knights, here are the smaller size ones. So they're all different. There are different illustration. Some people might not like it. I don't mind it at all. I tend to just use pencils for her illustrations and then gel pens. I don't really use watercolor or markers. So yeah, I think this is a very cute book. And I don't really do tarot, so I probably won't recognize it, but about what the illustration is representing. But I still find all of them so cute. Okay, so this is the Kawaii Tarot Coloring Book by Lulu Mayo. Next is Creative Haven Gnome Sweet Gnome Coloring Book by Teresa Goodridge. When I saw this and it's by Teresa, it's an immediate pre-order for me. So I went ahead and picked this up. Love her gnomes and the settings that she has them in. Super, super cute. Yeah. Home is where your gnome is. So yes, so this one is Creative Haven Gnome Sweet Gnome by Teresa Goodridge. And so this beautiful book just arrived yesterday. This is another one that I pre-ordered called Flowerscape in Paradise, a tropical coloring book by Maggie Anterios. This is her second book. I have her first book here, and this is how it looks like with the purple and blue cover. And as her second book, she did a beautiful job of creating something different from her first book. So like her first one, it is the same size. It is double-sided illustration, but the difference you'll see is like here you'll have a little scanning area to take you to a place to show you the color reference for the flowers in this book. And here you'd have, in this book, you have flowers with the fruits and animals. Like this one is with birds. Here's one with a vase, monkey, hanging pots of plants, kind of like a mandala pattern. I think there was like a stained glass one. That could be also. I like this one too. So yeah, very, very beautifully put together second book from Maggie Anterios. So this one is called Flowerscape in Paradise, a tropical coloring book. And the last book that I purchased through Amazon.com is another pre-order. This is the Mythographic Color and Discover Aviary, and it is illustrated by Joseph Kattenbang. And yeah, very beautiful book. I think with Joseph Kattenbang, it's like an immediate buy for me. So yeah, so I had this as a pre-order, like I said, and very beautiful book. It's continued to not have the hidden objects. perforated single-sided illustration on cardstock. Gorgeous illustration. So this is, again, Mythographic Aviary by Joseph Cannonbang. So now I'm going to share with you the books that I purchased through Amazon Japan, starting off with this beautiful postcard book by Miki Takei, and this is called Rabbit Dream Color. And so I believe this one has 16 illustrations. Here it is. And then it has some examples of how to color. And it comes with both the colored version and the illustration. So there's only one illustration with each. So it's cute. This would be great for, actually all of them would be great for Easter. Super cute. Alice in Wonderland theme. Very cute postcard book. So again, this is Rabbit Dream Color postcard book by Miki Takei. The next book I have is this one, and I translated to be The Cat General Store and the Magical Keys by Moko. And this comes from the same coloring book line as the Wild Mouse Yururi Adventure Sketch by Makiko Inatome. So it's the same line, same concept, where the size of the book is like this. And I believe there's a way to download the PDF. I haven't figured it out, but it's okay as long as it's still there and I can figure it out later. So yeah, very beautiful and cute book. Illustrations on both sides. Nice paper. It feels soft compared to like the mythographic books, but very nice paper to work with watercolor mediums, as long as you're light on the water. Great with pencils. Markers, if you don't mind giving up the backside. Very, very cute book. And I think like the other one, it is also separated into parts. Cake shop. 3. Lots of double page spread. A recipe. And then in the back you have some cards to craft, another crafting thing, and then also this one here, which you can color and make into a little book. So this is The Cat's General Store and the Magical Keys by Moko. And that same coloring book line came out with another book, and it's this one called Rabbit's Fairy Tale Fantasy Coloring Book by Koroli. And here's the other books. And here's some colored versions of the illustration. How to color in this book. And yeah, very, very cute illustrations. This has a fairy tale fantasy theme. And I think like the other books, they are separated into the stained glass, separated into like chapters. Super cute. It's like a magic page, Christmas page. This would be good for like a probably like 25, 24 days to Christmas, kind of. What do you call those things? I forgot. I'll probably have it up here because I'll probably remember it later on. But countdown to Christmas. And then in the back, you can make this into ornaments, little crafting things. I think that was on. Oh, here, this one's for Easter. So yeah, very, very cute book. So this one is Rabbit's Fairy Tale Fantasy Coloring Book by Coralie. And here I have the Secret Invitation for Friends in a Forest Full of Flowers. And this is a bigger size book. I think about either 9x9 or 10x10. And yeah, another super adorable book. There, I believe this one also has a lot of double page spreads. But even their single-sided ones are so cute, like this one. All the strawberries, chipmunks, even elephants and bears. It's a very, very cute book. And the paper is nice thick cardstock, not too thick. Thicker than the other books that I showed you before this one. But double-sided. And then is there anything in the end? It's just the index. Yeah, just the index. So this is The Secret Invitation, Friends in a Forest Full of Flowers by Natsuki. My next Japanese coloring book is called The Story of Modern Girls and Cats, and it is illustrated by Nelko Neko. This is her second book. Her first book looks like this one, which may be familiar to you. This is The Story of Precious Cats. And yeah, they are different sized books. And like her first book, it does come with illustrations on both sides of the paper. This one has a jacket and with colored versions in the front, instructions and pencils, recommendation. And here's the illustration again on both sides. It has like cardstock, but the texture feels soft. So yeah, it might be good like with watercolor also. I think that's because it feels like the same kind of paper that you'd find in this book. So it's not so slick. But yeah, with her girl, she has like the eyes pretty much filled in, but then her line artwork is fine. Look at this. I know she has some illustrations of fairy tale princesses. So here you have some girls with kimonos and Victorian dresses, farming with lots of cats. There's the mermaid, more Victorian, pirate, Alice in Wonderland. I'm thinking she looks like. Oh, here's another Alice in Wonderland. She could be like Little Red Riding Hood, maybe? I don't know. Cinderella. But yeah, very, very beautiful book. Lots of lovely illustrations. This is The Story of Modern Girls and Cats by Nelko Neko. And the last of my Japanese books is this one, which is called Retro Maiden Coloring Book. And this is the second book by Katogi Mori. And here is how his first book looks like, which is all fairy tales. This one's called Fairy Tales of the World. And so this one is called Retro Maiden. It has the same type of paper. This one comes with the colored version, the beginning, And it's a double-sided illustration with very thick, it feels like very thick cardstock. It's very stiff, so you have to kind of have to break the binding. A tall book, so hopefully you can see it. Very beautiful illustrations. She has fine lines. I like the kimono. It's very pretty. Yeah, so this one is Retro Maiden Coloring Book by Katogi Mari. So I have 6 more books to share with you. We are almost done. I have 2 here that I purchased through Book Depository, so I'm going to share those 2. First with Maria Cholle's Universum, and I believe this is the Swedish version, and like her other books, it comes with the hardcover, so I'm sure it's going to be out with the English version soon. But for this book, she did include several new illustrations as well as selected illustrations from her other books. So in the bottom of each page, you will find where the illustration came from. So this one came from the Botanicum book. This one is from Universum, so this is a new illustration. And yeah, I just love her work, so I just want to support her, and I really needed this in my collection. So yeah, it's just very, very beautiful. And like all the rest of her other books, she does have an index of the names of each of the flowers that you'll find in this book, the Latin names, and I believe the Swedish names too. So you can always look it up if you want to try to color it the same as the actual flower. So yeah, very, very beautiful book from Maria Cholle called Universum. The other book that I purchased through Book Depository is a Korean coloring book called Ari's Dear Winter. So Ari is the illustrator of this book. This is her second coloring book. Her first one looks like this, Our Everlasting Picnic, and I believe this one can also be purchased through Book Depository. So yeah, I just like her books. I don't know, because it's hardcover, it's just beautifully made, and it's simple illustrations. You don't have to color their eyes in or their nose. It's already shaped. I like that there's a colored version and then the illustration on the other side. There are some 2-page spread also. Like this one, you can just acrylic or use gouache for the background. On these, you can color it to look like relatives or friends. Very cute book. So this is Ari's Dear Winter coloring book. So I'm down to 4 more books, and they are all from Etsy. They are my Christmas gifts to myself, and I also ended up with some extra money from winning 3rd place in my fantasy football league, so yay. So I'm going to start off with a Korean coloring book from Cool Craft Books. So this one is the Girls with Flowers Volume 3, and it's by Yoon Sama. So this is her 3rd book. I do have her 1st and 2nd, which is this one. So this is the 2nd and this is the 1st. I believe you can get the 1st one from Book Depository, but the second one and the third one are not available yet, maybe. So yeah, if you want the link for this one, just let me know. But yeah, I saw this and I had to complete my collection of her books. It's just so beautifully made with a hardcover book. And I love that they have the colored version on the left hand side and then the illustration on the right hand side. And I mean, just looking at the colored version, you can find inspiration for other colorings. I'm still kind of scared that I'm gonna mess up in this book or in any of the Asian coloring books. So these are like pages that I would want to take my time with, especially trying to decide what pencils I will want to use. So pretty. But like the other two books from this illustrator, it has a pull-out double page at the end. This is a Christmas theme, and then you also have the colored version on the other side. So yeah, very, very beautiful book. So again, this is Girls with Flowers, Volume 3 by Union Sama. Next, I have Fairies in the Forest by Apple Horong. And it's another Korean coloring book that I purchased through Coolcraft. Coolcraft book. And like the other one, I believe this one has little tutorials to show you where the shadow is in your character, where to place it, testing pages. But like the other one, it has the colored version and then the illustration. It also gives you the option to cut it out. I don't think I'd be doing that because it has the colored version on this side. But yeah, very, very cute illustrations in here. Very pretty. Again, you can use the colored version as inspiration to color exactly on the right hand side or not, and you can use it for another coloring. It's a cover. Gorgeous. And I don't think it has anything else. Oh, it has a couple cards that you can cut out. And yeah, so this is Fairies in the Forest by Apple Horong. And this is the last book that I purchased along with the other two that came together from Coolcraft. And this one is called Guardian Fairies in the Wonderful Garden by Rosa. And you can also find this on Book Depository. I didn't know that at the time when I purchased this. But yeah, if you want this book, I will also leave a link to Book Depository for this book in the video description down below. So this Korean coloring book, like the others, here's the contents. It has the colored version for you, and here's the colored version right there. But this one has it in the beginning. And then also right beside the illustration. So here's the colored version. Another gorgeous, gorgeous book. They have pond fairies, so it's separated into different kinds of fairies. And this one is cottage fairies, so it's like the candle, key fairy or something, teacup fairy. So yeah, very, very cute, beautiful book. Again, this is the Guardian Fairies in the Wonderful Garden by Rosa. And now we are down to the last book of this video. Also, the last book I purchased from Etsy and is also one of the Christmas gifts to myself. This is The Little Secrets from My Fairy House by Klara Markova. Gorgeous book. I love this one. And like her other ones, they are hardcover, beautifully binded book with gold foilings. Very, very pretty. And came with a postcard, a little bookmark. But yeah, I love her work. I think like each time she comes out with a book, it just keeps getting better and better. And so, gorgeous, gorgeous book. It's a lot more detailed, it feels like. Even the single page is not even a spread, but still super cute. Here's a double page spread. Yeah, so able to get this book. So happy. She's like a must buy for me now, you know, having all of her books. But I just really love her illustration, and she puts out such beautifully made books too. So here's a Christmas page, double page spread. Very, very beautifully made book. Here's the back. So pretty. So yeah, so that is my coloring book haul. So that is it for my coloring book haul from November to now. And I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing what I've picked up these past several months. I will try to leave links for each and every one of the books that I've shown in this video. If it's available, you can find it down below in the video description. So if there are any books that you would like to see a flip through of immediately, let me know in the comment section, or you can also email me at lovellascoloring@gmail.com. And I think that is all. I just want to apologize if there was any background noise that you can hear, like very loud discussions, because I can hear it, but I'm not sure if my mic is picking it up. So if it is, I apologize. Hopefully it's not too distracting. But I want to thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys for stopping by. I want to send you all lots of love and hugs. Please take care, and happy colorings, my friends. Bye-bye.